Do you know what day it is? It's Oscar nomination day. Hey everyone, I'm Kayla, and for those that don't know, I am a huge award show buff. I love to watch award shows. I sat and watched the entire Golden Globes last Sunday night, and it was awesome, and I even watched the 2-hour red carpet show, and I am all about the awards. So I thought, since it's award season, and I talked to a few of my BookTube friends, I thought, why not create a tag relating Academy Award categories to books? Since I didn't do a 2013 reading wrap-up yet, I decided to do the Academy Awards of books for 2013. I will tag a ton of people below and also right here. Basically, I took an Oscar category and tweaked it a little bit into a book-related category. I also made a rule for myself that I couldn't talk about the same book twice. I apologize in advance. I am suffering through a cold right now, you can probably tell, but I will try to be as clear as possible. First category, Best Actor. I changed that to Best Male Protagonist. And for this, I chose Lucian Riggs from Serafina by Rachel Hartman. I absolutely adored his character. Lucian was just so confident, and he always did the right thing, and he's just so adorbs. Such a manly man, you know? I don't really know what else to say, except I really enjoyed reading about him and his interaction with Serafina, and he is just the best. The best. Next category, Best Actress. I changed to Best Female Protagonist. And for this, I chose Yelena from Poison Study by Maria V. Snyder. Yelena is a kick-ass character. She doesn't need a man. She's an awesome female protagonist. She's strong and she's confident and she knows what she wants and she's conniving, and I just love it so much. And I highly suggest that you check out this series. It was one of my best reads of 2013. Love it! The next category I chose off the Oscar list is Best Cinematography, and for this I changed it to Best Plot Twist. I would have to say the entire book of Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. Oh my god, what a roller coaster. Ugh, the plot twists, you just never see them coming. You can guess, but you won't know. The end of this book, the way everything comes together, the way the multiple perspectives come together, you're just mind blown. Like, for a good 100 pages, you're just sitting there like, what the hell? Like, what the hell just happened? So disturbing and so awesome. Next category is Best Costume Design, and I changed this to Best Book Cover of the Year. And for this, I chose Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. I just love these covers so much. I think they're so beautiful. I'm sorry there's a sticker on it right now, but I just got the box set for Christmas, and I just pulled this out right now to film with it, and I didn't realize there was stickers on it. I just love these covers, and Tessa looks so beautiful, and it's all shiny, and this book, guys, in general was just beautiful. Next, we have Best Supporting Actor and Actress, and for this, I changed it to Best Supporting Characters, Male and Female. And for the male category, I chose Roar from Through the Evernight by Veronica Rossi. I love Roar so much. Normally, I'm all about the main guy, but in this case, Roar is just amazing. I loved his interaction with Arya and Perry. He is just funny and just a badass, and he just made me feel all the feels in this book, especially towards the end. Why, Veronica Rossi? Why? You sympathize with Roar. I feel like you relate to Roar the most in this series. I could be the only one that thinks that, but I just love Roar so much, and I can't wait to see what happens in Into the Still Blue. And for the female sidekick of the year, I chose Mara from The Bitter Kingdom by Ray Carson, which is the conclusion to the Girl of Fire and Thorns trilogy. Mara is just such an excellent friend. I also really came to appreciate Mara because I read the novella, The Shattered Mountain, which actually featured her as a main character, and what she's gone through to get where she is just phenomenal, and it really showcases her strong personality and her confidence in herself, and she just doesn't take any crap from anyone, and I feel like Eliza learns a lot from her in regards to self-confidence, and I really appreciate Mara as a sidekick. The next category is Best Original Screenplay, and for this I changed it to Most Creative / Unique World. And for this I chose Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. Not only is this novel set in Prague, not only is it a high fantasy novel and a supernatural novel and everything in between. The world that Laini Taylor has created is just imaginative and beautiful and so unique. I can't even describe to you how unique it is. I would go into more detail about the world she's created, but it's kind of spoilery, and I don't want to spoil this book for anyone because I really, really enjoyed it. It's super, super unique. You think it's going one way, and then it just dives the other way. Wow. Just wow. The next category is Best Adapted Screenplay, and this I changed to Best Book to Movie Adaptation of the Year. And of course, I have to go with Catching Fire. I loved Catching Fire so much. It was so much better than The Hunger Games, and I thought The Hunger Games was actually pretty good. Catching Fire was just perfection. It was like reading the book on the screen. It was cray-cray. The acting was phenomenal for a YA adaptation, in my opinion. And I'm not just saying Jennifer Lawrence stole the show. Everybody did an excellent job. I have no complaints. I love the fact that they trimmed the first third of the book or so because I feel like it made for excellent pacing. Definitely Catching Fire deserves this award. The next category is Best Animated Feature, and for this I changed it to the book that you read that you wouldn't mind seeing as an animated movie or a TV series. And for this, I chose Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins. This is a middle grade adventure series. It's a 5-book series, and it is just excellent. It takes place underneath New York City, and it's about a boy named Gregor who discovers the Underland, which is this massive world where species are at war with one another, and it's filled with rats and cockroaches and bats and creatures you normally don't want to read about. So that's why I think animated format would be better than regular format, because I'd be like, ain't seeing no rat on the big screen, know what I'm saying? The next category is Best Director, and I changed this to the best writer that you discovered this year. It doesn't have to be a debut author, it just has to be a writer that you discovered for the first time. For this, I have to give it to Rainbow Rowell. And I read all 3 of her books now, and they are just so heartwarming. The feels! The characters that she creates are just so fleshed out and so relatable. I related to Kath so much in Fangirl. The social anxiety that she portrays, the self-confidence and the lack thereof in her characters, and self-doubt, and it's just so realistic. If I had to rate her books, I would go Fangirl number 1, Eleanor and Park number 2, and Attachments number 3, but I love them all so much. For the next category, I chose Best Visual Effects, and for that, I tweaked it to Best Action in a Book, The House of Hades by Rick Riordan, the 4th book in the Heroes of Olympus series. This book is where it all came together for this series. Books 1 and 2 were pretty good, book 3 was phenomenal, and then book 4 happened and you were just love the characters so much. But this book was action driven. I mean, I can't really say much because it's the 4th book in a series and I don't want to spoil anyone, but let's just say shit went down. The next category is Best Musical Score, and for this I tweaked it to Best Musical Score in a Book to Movie Adaptation. And I actually haven't seen this movie yet, but I've heard the soundtrack and it is phenomenal. And for this I chose The Book Thief. The score is just phenomenal. I think it was actually nominated for a Golden Globe this past Sunday. I love it. I've added it to my iTunes library so I can listen to it while I write. Let me know below your favorite score of all time. Mine is definitely Courtyard Apocalypse from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. The feels of that song. Da, 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 da. I can't do it. I can't do it. Hold on. The next category is Best Short Film, and for this, it's a pretty obvious one, Best Novella or Shorter Book. And for this, hands down, it was The Kingsguard by Ray Carson, which is a novella in the Girl of Fire and Thorns trilogy. You know how much I love that trilogy, just saying. And it's about Hector and how he joined the Kingsguard originally, and I love it so much. And look how beautiful it is. Ooh, yes, yes. You just learn a lot about Hector and his backstory with Eduardo, and it's just really fascinating, and I highly suggest that you check out the novellas to this series if you have already read the epicness of Girl of Fire and Thorns. Okay, the next category is Best Picture, and I changed this up a little bit. Instead of saying the best book of the year, I decided to do the best standalone that you've read that year. I had to give the award to Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I forget who I heard about this book from, but all I heard was something about a video game and something about the future. And that's basically what sold me, so I bought it. And I bought it used actually for $3. That's why there's still a price sticker on there. I'm too lazy to just peel it off. I loved it. It was so adventurous and so different and filled with 80s pop culture references. Definitely my favorite standalone of the year. And the last category for the tag is Best Documentary. And for this, I changed it to Best Historical Fiction or Nonfiction. And for this, I had to give it to The Dragon Eye Duology by Alison Goodman. The first book is Eon, the second book is Iana. I don't know where my first book is, and I haven't read the sequel yet, but this series is amazing. It's filled with Chinese culture references and just so much detail about the world building, about dragons, about the signs of the zodiac, and it's just so interesting. I just feel like there's a lot of Chinese culture references that I never knew. I love books that not only transport you to a fantasy world, but you learn all about different customs and culture, and this series is definitely good at doing that. Alright guys, that was it for my original tag. I plan to do this every single year with my new books and maybe tweak all of the Oscar categories eventually to different book related ones, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you decide to do it. I tag all of my subscribers plus the people I mentioned at the beginning of this video. If you have seen anything like this before, let me know below. I searched. There's nothing on BookTube like this, I think. So hopefully I'm alright. And sorry for being sick. I hope I was still peppy, and I hope I tried to speak clearly enough for you to understand me. I'm sorry. And I will see you later with another video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see more of you in the future. Bye! I need to learn more adjectives. That's my resolution for this year. I need to learn more adjectives. And the last category of the tag is Best... I really need the physical copies of these. I can't talk today. I have my awards. I have my ballots. This massive world at war with the... And I changed this to Best Unique Plot, Best... What is it?